Study, reflect, and listen to the Lord. Let Him direct your steps. That's how you treasure each day. All right, so thank you for joining us today on Nation Station. My name is Kimber, and I am here with my friend Sara Bybee. She has quite a story to tell. Sara was working at the school and, being a mom of how many? Six kids, and running her salon and being a wife, and just everything was going on as normal, right? Until one day. Do you mind sharing a little bit of your story with us?
Sure. So just a little background of where my journey started. Like she said, I was just doing normal life, the mom thing. We tend to not take care of ourselves and just work and kids and just do,
Go.
Yeah, on the go all the time. And I was at work one day at a meeting, and I had a stroke. And that kind of just, changed a lot of things in my life, kind of made me start thinking about, obviously, my health. So once I got out of the hospital, I decided to really make some changes. Obviously, my weight was one of the biggest problems that I needed to address. So I started with Optavia, and,
So how did you find that? How did you know what?
My brother-in-law had started.
Okay.
Actually, my brother-in-law was doing it already. He had family who was doing it already.
Okay.
So actually, his aunt and uncle were the ones who coached me.
Okay.
So that's kind of where it started.
And you knew it was successul for them. You knew it was healthy, not just a diet.
Right.
Because those don't work for me. As soon as I think of what I can't eat, that's what I want.
Yeah.
That does not work.
No, it's got to be a lifestyle change completely.
Yeah. So tell me about that, because you've helped a lot of other people since you.
Just a little bit about the program or what. I mean, like I said, for me, it was a lifestyle change, and having a coach, that made all the difference for me too, I think, just because you have that support system.
Right.
And then by then, I had lots of family and friends who were doing it too, so it was just a lot easier because there were so many of us doing it. But you have that constant support.
So when you go to the grocery store, you're buying different things now.
Right. Lots of fruit and vegetables and lean meats and just not all the extra.
Yeah. Was it hard to get the junk food? Like, I don't know, maybe you didn't have junk food. I have junk food at the house. Chips and, cookies and things like that. Is that hard or?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it was just the scare from the stroke that happened, that it just made such a drastic change in my mind.
Yeah.
And once I started on program and I actually started reading the Habits of Health book and really diving into what all those foods were doing to my mind and the anxiety that I already had in life and that kind of stuff, and I realized that was all contributing to that.
Okay.
So that just kind of made it easier, so it doesn't really bother me at all now. I'm month 10 of maintaining. So
Is that right?
Almost a year into my goal weight. So
wow. That's fantastic.
Some days are definitely easier than others.
Sure. But are the kids all okay? They're on board? Do they?
Oh, yeah. They generally eat pretty good as far as what I make for meals.
Yeah.
But, they still eat stuff,
sure, some snacks and things like that.
It just doesn't really bother me anymore, I guess.
That's awesome. Again, you found out and I know for myself, like if I eat sugar, and when I eat sugar, I should say, not yet, because unfortunately I haven't gotten to that. I'm not as disciplined as you are yet, but I'm going to work it there. Because you're a good coach, and I'm going to keep on. I know I've gotten off track, but I can get back on it, right?
Absolutely.
And I really appreciate she shares posts and encouragement on Facebook in a group that, just helps you remember you can always restart. This is a new day, and think about, your future self, and your future self's going to thank you. There's all kinds of positive things you put out there.
Well, and that's something I love about coaching, because it continues to motivate myself. Because if I'm talking to people almost daily about it, whether it's just in here at work or it is someone I'm actually coaching, it's just constantly keeping my mind in the right mindset. And same with sharing the posts and recipes and trying new things, and it just makes it that much easier to make this part of my life, not just a diet I was on.
Exactly.
Now it's over. Exactly. A part of, that community I want to be a part of forever.
Yeah. And there's a lot of other people that you've seen make some really great lifestyle changes, haven't you?
Absolutely.
And you got to feel good about that.
I mean, it's fun to watch the progress. And I remember, it's like I watched them and I remember being there, and, so just trying to encourage them to keep going. I know it's frustrating at the beginning, and It takes a little bit, but...
Well, the best thing I did from the beginning with like that app on keeping track was drinking more water.
Yep.
I still do that one at least.
Yeah, I still use my Eat Wise app, eat 6 times a day.
Eat Wise app.
Well
I need to
over
try that
100 ounces of water a day.
Okay.
Every day.
I haven't tried that.
I think that's key to weight loss, and then maintenance is you just have to keep drinking the water.
Okay.
You just do.
Yeah. So how have you been able to go from that mom that just go, go, go all the time, because a lot of us find ourselves getting wrapped up in that crazy cycle. How do you now make it a priority to take care of yourself first so that you can be there for the longevity for your family?
Well, after the stroke and all of that scare, I mean, that was a big scare for the family, myself. It's kind of always in the back of my mind. The weight loss kind of was just like step one, I feel like. So, and with Optavia, The Habits of Health is a book that comes along with that. So, there again, the weight loss was kind of step one. I had to then realize, okay, there's more than just weight loss. There's kind of, the optimal health of it. I ended up quitting my job at the school because I had to realize I can only have so many jobs and 6 kids and not be overstressed and have another stroke. That was my concern.
So that was a huge decision to make, probably to step away, let some things go.
Mm-hmm. So really it's putting yourself first. So then after I did that, I kind of come up with things like step 2 in my health journey that I made for myself was to become a morning person. I have never liked mornings.
Okay.
But in my mind, I tell myself, I'm a morning person now. I get up every morning. I have walked probably 99% of every day since school's been let out. We just continue to walk.
And you do it first thing in the morning?
Every morning,
and you said we.
Alicia Hayes and I.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So we still walk every day. And that was kind of the start of in my journey, trying to keep going. So then along with that, then my next one was to start reading. I used to read, but kind of kids and family kind of lose time on that. So now, I have my walk in the morning, and then when I come back, I have my devotional, and I get that kind of scripture part in, and then whatever book I'm working on reading, I sit down and have my coffee, and just, even if it's 30 minutes, and I love to do it outside. I try to sit on the front porch and just have that little bit of time for myself before I start the day. So
that's fantastic. So you probably have to get up pretty early.
Yeah, well, when school's in, we walk at 5.
Oh, wow.
Since school's been out, it's kind of been 6, 6:30, just kind of depending on what my schedule is for the day. So.
Right. Oh, that's fantastic.
For me, I feel like it's just continuing to find new healthy habits, because there's so many healthy habits that are more than just what we're eating. Weight loss, like I said, is a big part of it, but your mind has to be healthy, your spirit has to be healthy. There's just a lot more, for me anyway.
For the whole,
the spirit part of it and the mental part of it for me is a huge part. So.
Yes. Well, and that's one of the things that I've shared before they are going to see this episode is my journey in depression and things like that. And so yes, I've got to get everything right. And I know food plays a major part in the kinds of foods we eat, how it either makes us sick or it helps us be more healthy.
Yep.
It's going to affect my gut health, it's going to affect my mental health, it's going to affect my anxiety levels, all of that.
It does, it absolutely does.
I must be pretty stubborn because it's taken me a long time to learn.
It's not easy. Changing habits on anything is not easy, but it's just it's the mindset, you just have to really, a lot of praying, and you have to allow yourself a lot of grace. I mean,
Not be too hard on yourself.
And if you do get to where, like we said, every day's a new day. And I even think now, I still, like I said, eat that 6 times a day.
Yeah.
If I have something I feel like I shouldn't have had, 2.5, 3 hours, I just get back on that regular stuff, and it's...
So you don't punish yourself.
So the whole day's ruined, No, it's not. Make the next healthy choice in 3 hours and just move on.
I like that. All right, Sarah. So you said within 2 weeks of you getting out of the hospital, you started this program. Can you tell us a little bit more about how has it been so successful?
Okay, so in the beginning of Optavia, I started on what they call a 5-in-1 plan, and that means you're eating 5 fuelings, as they call them, a day. So it's just they're foods that are already, prepared, ready for you, ready to eat.
Yeah. Very convenient.
Yeah,
there's
packages, shakes, bars, cereals. There's just tons of options. So you're eating every 2 to 3 hours to fuel your body with, exactly what it needs. And then you're cooking one lean and green meal, which is your lean proteins and veggies. So, you know, when I do my shopping, I'm buying, you know, a wide variety of vegetables. I eat just a lot of chicken, fish. I mean, those were the main things. I found out I love turkey burger. Had never eaten turkey burger until I started this program. Oh, turkey bacon as well.
Yeah.
So those were the main things I ate, was turkey burger, I ate a lot of, and chicken. And then I started adding a lot of more fish and stuff in too.
Now, did you eat these things before? What was your eating habit before
a lot of eating out. We were on the road a lot, so we ate out a lot. I mean, I don't honestly, you know, probably a lot more
like pasta.
Yeah, you know, a lot, just stuff that's easy to make a lot of for a large family. You know, spaghetti and just.
So you're probably actually saving money, aren't you?
Yeah, and that's what. For me, during the program, I was not spending more money because, you know, it cost us $50 to go to Dairy Queen every time. Because it wasn't just me eating out, it was my whole family eating out.
Right.
So for me, actually, it did save money because I wasn't buying all the extra junk at the store. I wasn't eating out. That's actually when we had, you know, we do go to dinner sometimes, but we were eating dinner a few weeks ago, and Natalie said to me, she's like, do you remember we used to go out to eat like all the time? She's like, we used to spend so much money. That was so weird. And I'm like, yeah, so they recognize more than you think they do. Olivia actually did program for a while and just to kind of change some of her habits and stuff. You know, she's getting ready to leave for college. She's a huge pasta lover. So just trying to change a little bit of the way they think and stuff. Are
there some healthier pastas? Because I see like the veggie noodles. I see the whole wheat. Are those a little bit better, or just?
You know, I honestly have not tried many of those. I've done, you know, I have made the spaghetti squash and stuff just myself because I just like doing it that way. I haven't bought like any of the zoodles or anything like that already prepared.
Yeah.
You know, other than like
well, all these have some frozen zucchini noodles.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I may have to try those. I haven't seen those yet.
They're easy.
That would make some things a lot easier. My sister had just found some actually on Amazon, and she was going to buy a 6-pack can of them, so to try, but something different. But so really, it's just changing the whole way you think about it, and too, you got to think about what you can have, not what you can't have.
Exactly.
Because there is such a huge variety of now fruits and vegetables. On plan, when you're on the weight loss plan, as you know, you don't eat fruit because they're so high in carbs and natural sugars anyway. So until you reach your weight loss goal. So now that I'm adding more fruits and things in, it's even more variety.
And that's the focus. That's what I loved about this plan too, is it focuses on all the positive things you can eat.
Right.
And why you're going to feel so much better because you're eating these good things.
Right.
It's all positive.
And when you get into your Habits of Health book, you know, Dr. A really talks about
hold that up.
The mindset of it, you know, and a big reason that we all, you know, we're programmed as kids, as a society, over hundreds of years, to potatoes and carbs and sugar, all that, you know, our mind thinks it's a good thing, but, you know, it's just the way we're trained to think. So it's kind of like anything else. It's just you're brought up and, you just kind of think this. That's just the way you've always been taught, you've always seen, or...
Doesn't make it the best.
Right.
Yeah, we know better. When we know better, we do better.
Yes. So it just takes a little bit of research sometimes, you know, for me, the reading part of it too got my mind in a healthier, you know, spot, and that makes your choices a lot easier to make. So.
I really appreciated the scientific basis and underlining, you know, and his faith. Again, he has really a whole comprehensive package there.
Absolutely.
And then I've got the life book here that is a personal journey where you can take your own notes. You can see I haven't been very far, so I'm gonna restart.
Yeah, and it's fine. Jump around. You know, look through the elements that work best for you.
Yeah,
you don't necessarily have to like follow in order.
Okay. That's good to know.
I haven't gotten all through it myself, and I'm trying to remember when they come out with that here. I don't remember. Because, you know, when I first come out, I had this, and it was like a workbook, and then they upgraded and then the life book with the new Habits of Health book.
And you've been doing this about a year now, right?
It was a year in March that I started.
Yeah.
So I hit my goal in October of last year. So
that is fantastic.
80 pounds in 7 months.
You lost 80 pounds? Wow. But
I followed it very faithfully.
Yes, you did.
Very faithfully.
And on the maintenance. You said you have a little bit more freedom.
Yeah, I have a little bit more freedom. And honestly, I mean, I still buy fueling, so I have them as snacks because, like I said, I feel like I'll just continue to eat kind of that 6 meal a day mentality forever because it's just, to me, it's a healthier way to do it. Some days it's my own fuelings, if you will, you know. But some days, if I'm busy in the salon, I'll have 5 fuelings and just cook my dinner that night.
Yeah.
Just because it's convenient.
Right.
So it really just depends on the day.
Okay. Okay. So Sara, I know I contacted you because I'd seen your transformation. I mean, I saw you, you know, at church, and I would run into you here and there, and I just saw that you were becoming so much healthier and happier, and you had more energy and everything. And I know I had tried desperately some other things, and I was just getting so frustrated because it wasn't working, and I was just really struggling. So I know I reached out to you, and you became my coach. Mm-hmm. And how did we start that process? You said there was a questionnaire or something. You asked me some questions.
So generally, when someone questions me about the program, you know, we don't really have a whole lot of literature to pass out because it's more of a personal thing, and that's what I like about the coach part of it. So I generally get, you know, on the phone with someone, and we do that, just kind of a general health assessment, you know. Okay. Find out if there are any health concerns that we need to be worried about with changing, you know, such a drastic change in your eating habits. Then of course, you know, finding out about allergies for different people and stuff. Right. And then just basically find out where people are at, what their goals are, and an really important part is to find out their why. Yes. Like why now? Yes. Why, you know, what's driving you to want to change now? That's going to keep you motivated to continue, you know, to do the program. So, that's generally how it gets started, and then I explain the program out and the different options, and they kind of, you know, go from there and decide on what they want to do.
Yeah, because I remember, now that you're saying that, I remember after telling you about all these different plans I had tried, I felt like such a failure.
Yeah, and that's how it's easy to feel that way. And I myself had done low carb, you know, over and over. I had done Nutrisystem 12 years ago, you know, whatever, and I needed something that was, you know, and I still tell my coach, I'm like, you're stuck with me for life. Like, this wasn't a lose the weight and it's over. Like, I totally would look forward to meeting them at convention this year because I still haven't met them. They live in Utah.
Oh, wow.
But, of course, that all got canceled because of COVID. So I'll have to look forward to next year. But I still talk to them on the phone, and it's just nice to make those connections. You kind of, and same with the people on our Facebook community. I feel like they're kind of part of my journey now.
Right.
They're friends. And so it's kind of exciting just to have people on that journey with you. You don't necessarily know them, but you get to know them.
Right. So if someone listening here today is like, you know, me or you were ready for a change, wanted to do something, try, how do they get that, make that first step?
Just, you know, reach out to me. Facebook, you can always message me on Facebook, or if you know me, obviously, just text me, call me.
Okay.
Stop by the house, whatever, you know.
Now, and this goes everywhere, though, in lots of states and all over. So it doesn't
matter.
Close, right?
No, you don't have to be close. We do it all over the phone. You know, everything's shipped straight to you. I coach you over the phone. It's all, I mean, and that's one thing I like about it too. You don't have to come to me. I don't necessarily have to come to you. I have gone to people. Right. You know, it just kind of depends on what the needs are of each individual person. You know, I just fit it to make their lifestyle fit. So
fantastic. Yes. And so how would they contact you? Sara Bybee.
My Facebook page is Sara Bybee.
Okay.
If you look me up on there, and you should be able to see on there that, you know, the health coach stuff's on there. There's different things, recipes, and just.
Is that what it's called, health coach?
No, but I'm just thinking. I think maybe my job on there surely says health coach. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure too.
But if you look up Sara Bybee, it should come up.
Okay. And we'll maybe try to have a link on our website or something too.
Okay.
For that resource. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking time to share with us today.
Thank you. Anytime.
You are a success, and you know, I know it can't be easy, but you've made it a priority, and you're setting a good example. Lots of other people, and especially moms out there.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us at Nation Station. To find out more, just click on any of these links and subscribe to our channel.